So, shall I start? Okay, first of all, I want to thank everybody that you have spared your valuable time and I'm infringing upon your relaxation time. I'll not take much of a time. First, let me introduce myself. I am Major Dr. S. Kundu. I am from Southeastern Railway, Selection Grade Officer, and I have completed 17 years of service in Railway and 14 years, almost 14 years in Territorial Army. So I am in the capacity of an RMO in my regiment at Adra. I am in Railway TA and my designation is Regimental Medical Officer. As I have told, I have joined Territorial Army. I have joined Indian Railways in 1996 and I have joined Territorial Army in January 2000. So this January 2014, I shall be completing 14 years of service, uniform service. So I am here just to give a brief overview of what Territorial Army is all about. So first of all, it's an opportunity to serve in the uniform service, which probably many of us desire. But in the event of circumstances, we have eventually turned up in the railways. But that desire still remains at the back of our mind, sublime mind. Okay, if we ever get an opportunity to serve, we'll definitely will do. So Territorial Army can change your lives. Now I'll go into the detail, the first slide. So it is the civilian army. Territorial Army, as we call it, it's the civilian army, civilians army. It is basically the second line of defense. The regular army takes in the war front. But in certain fields, they do not have the expertise of their own, like railway, like oil sector. Now, in times of war, the main thing, armies, okay, keeping on fighting at the war front, but they need to have their regular inflow of their logistics. Logistics, what do you mean by logistics? Arms, ammunitions, food, fuel. These are all logistics that need to be perennially supplied. Otherwise, the stock will be once the stock runs dry, then the whole game finishes. So for that, communication is required, and it's here we come into play. Territorial Army, Railway Territorial Army, which is a part of the Territorial Army, comes into action here only. We are responsible for running of trains and restoration of tracks where the army has disrupted. So we can wear uniform, rather we should wear uniform when we are in Territorial Army. And we also have the pride of wearing ranks. Like an officer, young officer joining in the Territorial Army, at par with the Indian Army, holds the rank of lieutenant. They start with lieutenant. Lieutenant means 1 star. Then he promotes himself to the rank of captain after a period of 2 years. Then thereafter comes major. Then lieutenant colonel. So it goes on like this, and the rank keeps on changing. Now this, as I was telling, this army, Territorial Army, we are called upon to assist during war as well as emergencies like railway strike, disturbances or any natural calamities where, I repeat, railway operations are required. So in India, the Territorial Army, as I was telling earlier, discussing with the boys, it's broadly classified into 2 groups. One is the departmental TA and the other is the infantry TA. Infantry TA is primarily responsible for fighting counter-insurgency operations, CIOs. They are mostly posted in disturbed areas like Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland and Jammu and Kashmir. So they are constantly fighting the insurgency. And in the departmental TA, there is a railway TA, eco TA, oil sector TA. So we fall under, since we have joined railways, we have that opportunity to join railway TA. So a TA regiment, any Territorial Army regiment consists of 3 groups: commissioned officers, JCOs or junior commissioned officers, and other ranks. Other ranks are primarily from Group D employees, and JCOs are at par with the railway designation senior section engineer or section engineer, and they're the commissioned officers. So railway TA, there are 6 regiments in all over India. One is at Adra, Then the other is at Jamalpur, Jhansi, Kota, Chandigarh and Secunderabad. So which unit you are going to join, that will depend eventually upon your zone of posting. So suppose you are after the end of your training, you are posted at Southeastern Railway, say for example, then your unit is Adra. Like if you are posted in Eastern Railway, he should join the Jamalpur unit. If you are in Northern Railway, then he may join Chandigarh. Like this. So all over India we have 6 units, and as per the zone's location, you can join any of the units. So normally each regiment has 2 operating company. Our regiment is divided into 4-5 companies. So normally it has 2 operating companies, 1 E&M company, 1 headquarter company. So E&M is responsible for electrical and maintenance. The operating companies are responsible for running of trains. And there are also the post of 1 or 2 RMOs in the entire regiment. RMOs, I am telling this for doctors, the regimental medical officers. The entire Territorial Army is headed by DDGTA, Deputy Director General of Territorial Army. He is from the railway, he is a railway officer. He is in the rank of a brigadier, above colonel. Next comes the brigadier. And he reports to ADGTA. ADGTA is from regular army, Additional Director General, TA. So as I was telling railway officers, when you all join as lieutenants. So 1 star. And after 2 years, after passing the DE, there is a departmental examination. You have to pass it once only. Then you are promoted to the rank of captain. Whereas doctors who join the Territorial Army, for them departmental examination is not required. They join directly as captain. So other officers can become a major in 8 years. That means 1 Ashok Stamp. Then a lieutenant colonel in 15 years. They can become the CO, depending upon their seniority and years of service. They can become the CO of the regiment. He is usually in the rank of colonel. So CO means the commanding officer. He is overall in charge of the particular regiment. And maybe after 20-24 years of Territorial Army service, TA service, he can become a CO. Full colonel, red collar. So they are eligible for honors and medals. There are plenty of honors, medals and commendations and awards at par with the army. And they can use this rank, whatever they are, in service and as well as after they retire. Officers of age below 45 are eligible to join. Till 45 years of age, you can join any time. But as I was telling, I would suggest the best time to join is now, young officers. So the avenue of promotion is broadened. I myself joined, my process of joining started, I joined in railways in 1996. I started the entire procedure by 98, and after the medical and all, finally I got into TA 2000, January 2000. So it takes some time. So the best thing is to start the proceedings now. So as I was telling, now after you join TA, the question will arise, what will be my role? Normally, there is a 34 days ATC, mandatory, that is the annual training camp, which you have to do in a year. And these 34 days for officers can be split into 2 halves. As you grow up senior, you will yourself find to get released, getting released a bit problematic. So for their convenience, the TA Directorate has given this offer, you can split your camps for half period. 15 days, 15 days. Basically the camp is a 30 days, 15 days, and the last 4 days are kept for ceremonial parade. Every ATC finishes off with a grand ceremonial parade, CP we call. And for the CP, there is a parade commander, you all will only command, an officer usually commands. And it's a great prestige and matter of pride to be the parade commander. I myself commanded ceremonial parade twice. Then after that I had a fracture, motorcycle accident, so I left. Being a parade commander. I'm still in TA. So the normal routine is very interesting. You get up early at around 5:30. Then you go for PT. And after PT, you come have your breakfast. Yes, the PT is required for body fitness. We have to do it. All those tummies and all we will get rid of. So for that also, to maintain physical fitness, by default, you are being physically fit. Doing 30 days physical training in a year at my age is sufficient to maintain the fitness for the entire year. So this is important, PT is important. Then you return, have your breakfast, freshen up, and then you go for the parade, in the parade ground. In the parade ground there is parade instructors. PT में भी PT instructors रहते हैं, parade में भी parade instructors रहते हैं. That means the moment the camp starts, you start getting trained for the ensuing ceremonial parade, which will happen at the end of the camp. So for that, the parade instructors, they are instructors from regular army. So they teach you the art of parade. And after parade, then there are classes, theoretical classes, many assault training, weapon training. They will show the entire weapon part by part. Now the Indian Army is using INSAS rifle. They are using INSAS rifle and they are using the light machine gun, LMG. Carbine they used to use, now it is being gradually phased out. 9mm carbine they used to use, but now it is gradually being phased out. So now we are primarily using INSAS rifle and LMG, light machine gun. So weapon training is also there. Mob scheme, mobilization scheme, harbor, and there is every camp has a 2-day firing. Firing practice means we start from 7 in the morning till 4:35 in the evening. So you get the true of the taste of what firing is all about. Opportunity to fire is very limited in civilian capacity. So when you join TA, you will also get that privilege of firing in INSAS or LNG. And there are company activities like Bada Khana. Bada Khana, normally the army discipline is like this. There are separate messes for ORs, JCOs and officers. So normally they take their respective meals in their respective messes. But Bada Khana, it happens once in an ATC, and whenever there is Bada Khana, there is a common platform where all Jawans, all JCOs and all officers eat together, eat and drink together. And apart from that, there is sports, cultural program, regimental administration also. So these are some of the pictures I want to show. This is our own unit at Agra. Here the firing. This is the INSAS rifle. We are firing on INSAS rifle. And behind them is standing the PT instructor, firing weapon instructor. So he ensures that all the proper exercise and drill before firing is ensured. Because in firing round, discipline is a very important thing. अगर ये कोई बंदूक ऐसे उठा के रखते हैं या नीचे, then it's not right. Because you never know if there is a bullet inside. So the discipline is very important. Then we are having the harbor. Harbor means we go for a route march. 11-12 kilometers route march with all jungle dress, and then cross 11-12 kilometers and go and stay put at a particular place. We pitch our tents over there and stay over. Evening में cultural function भी होता है, followed by a बड़ा खाना, and we stay overnight. उसके बाद the next morning the instructors teach us classes like ambush, what is weapon training and all, like absolutely like proper regular army. Here is a picture of a bridge that we had restored. In the 2000 floods, उसका भी picture है बाद में. So we went to Krishnanagar Ranaghat section, Lalgola section in Sialda division, and there the bridges were thrown off from the tracks 1.5 kilometers away. The girders of the bridges. The engineering people might be known what is girder and all. So we restored it and put it back to track. This is a picture of the ceremonial parade. That was what I was telling. This is ceremonial parade. Ceremonial parade, we normally invite a chief guest. In fact, this our Director General, Present DG, Mr. Pramod Kumar, had once been to Agra. He was AGM in our railway, Southeastern Railway, and he knows me still now. And that day we are having a group photo. He was asking me, "Abhi chal raha hai TA?" So I only was a parade commander and I giving the salute. He was the chief guest. So a chief guest, normally we invite a chief guest and he does the direction of the parade and the ceremonial parade goes on. Here is another picture of assault training. Assault course में बहुत सारे होते हैं, जैसे कि monkey rope, vertical ropes, and 9 feet ditch, 6 feet ditch. You find interesting. This is the picture of the firing range. From here we fire. I think the picture is a bit dull over here. And there are targets. So suppose 6 details are there. Sandbags रहते हैं. तो उसमें से अपना target में we fire. And then there is the marking. उसमें competition भी होता है. Best firer, फिर बेस्ट ग्रुप फायरिंग, ग्रुपिंग फायरिंग होता है, एक इंडिविजुअल फायरिंग होता है, ग्रुपिंग फायरिंग होता है. तो उसमें पॉइंट्स है देन वी आर रिवार्डेड बाय प्राइजेस एट द एंड ऑफ द डे. Now I'll tell shortly about the benefits. Why you join? There are monetary benefits, there are non-monetary benefits as well. When an officer of junior scale joins for the first time in TA, so he gets an award of rupees 9,600. If he's a senior scale officer, then it's 12,000. And if it's a JAG and above officer, then it's 18,000. And on completion of 11 years, 15 years and 19 years of TA service, senior scale gets an award of 9,000 and 13,500 for JAG and above. Apart from that, we have a camp allowance of 40 per day, TA decoration completion award of 20 years, 20,000 award. And most importantly, as I have told earlier, during that camp period of 30 days, suppose you are a major, you get the salary of major also as well as your railway salary. That means 2 salaries you get that month, for that month. And if you move on to embodiment in aid to civil authority, like emergency strikes, then you don't get military pay for that, but you get 200% DA. 200% TA for that you get, apart from your railway salary and all, per day. And there is kit allowance every 10 years of rupees 6,000, free lodging and ration during embodiment or ATC. And most importantly, there is CSD benefits. Ration and liquor, both. Like up to the rank of brigadier, you get 10 units of liquor per month, you are entitled. And apart from that, previously it was 16. So now it has been reduced to 10 units per month. So that is a, yes, please.
So these CSD benefits are only for that period of training or throughout the year?
CSD benefits, liquor is only for that period, but grocery you can avail throughout the entire year. And then access to army guest houses, you don't have to pay toll free if you are in the Territorial Army, you can always write army on your vehicle, and no toll throughout India. Last weekend we went to Mount Abu, and there are so many number of tolls throughout the entire road. And fortunately, when I was clever enough to pick the card and put it in my pocket, and koi bhi toll mein paisa nahi laga. So in that way, I saved almost 1,500 rupees for the entire group. So, and now the non-monetary benefits. Discount in airlines or hotel, this I am also not sure. The slide has been prepared by my colleague. I'll tell you later what is this discount is all about. This I am not sure, sorry. Army guest house, you can have accommodation. You can have accommodation by showing your card all over India. All over India. I forgot to bring my iCard. Then there is for the non-monetary benefits. There is the glamour of uniform. Every person desires to be in the uniform. So it's a matter of great pride. The honor of rank, respect in society. So Lieutenant Colonel साहब आ रहे हैं. You can put it in your घर में जो आपका name plates होते हैं. That there also you can use. Like in your chamber also you can use your rank. Railway chambers जो है. हम लोग का एक मदन सिंह था. He used to use his rank, Lieutenant Colonel. He was from Secunderabad unit, M.K. Singh. He was Lieutenant Colonel. He's still there in the TA. And there is a physical fitness, make friends across service and departments, be a team man, be a leader, and develop social skills and personality. Like I being in the TA, I had the privilege of making friends from other departments also. In my hospital, probably I am the only person who has good rapport with other departments as well. And this in the long run will do benefit in the railway service also. If you have rapport with other departments people, then many files, many things become easy to pass. अरे यार कर देना फाइल भेजा है थोड़ा देख लेना. So why I joined TA and why I am happy being in TA? I like the life and the opportunity it gives me to be physically and mentally fit. There is a compulsory break for 1 month in a year, which you are joining now railways, तो करते करते थक जाओगे. So you need some break from the monotony of railway service. TA will get this. So make great friends, still making, respected by society, friends, not troubled by traffic police. वो तो छोड़ो. Traffic police देख आर्मी का गाड़ी जा रहा है, चलो भाई छोड़ देते हैं, इवन वन वे में घुस जाते हैं, which we should not if there is not dire requirements, but still चलो. And but above all, life of adventure. When you attend NTCs, we stay in tents like this, जो कि बाहर में लोग घूमने जाते हैं जब पैसे देके टेंट में रहते हैं. I've been to most likely चकोरी बोल के जगह है ना, चौकरी उत्तराखंड में, तो वहाँ पे टेंट में 4,500 रुपये लेते हैं. Here we stay in tents. It's then we went to a night harbour in a place called Darapeshwar. There is a river bed. Morning winter, we are enjoying snacks. And these are serving the restoration of bridge in the flood ravaged North Bengal in 2000. All the bridges has been washed off. Railway tracks were found hanging. We did the restoration, but along with the civilian also. Then during port strike in 2000, we did a marvelous job in Paradeep Post, Paradeep Port, Haldia Port. These 2-3 talks we went. There is the Prime Minister's TA Day parade, New Delhi in 2000, and in this 2013 also we participated in the parade. Uska clipping हम दिखाएंगे थोड़ा. Calling on the president. This time 2013 में October में we went. So after that, the President of India called us for high tea in his residence. So remember me, my beloved country. It was I, my men, who brought you victory. I fought to the last bullet in my gun. I was a soldier. I was your son. So, some eminent personalities in TA. Indian captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Kapil Dev, Abhinav Bindra, Sachin Pilot. They are all in Territorial Army. So it's an honor and a pride to serve the nation. Jai Hind. Just 1 minute. Okay, I'll just show you some clipping of this year's this thing.
On the chest, glinting in the early sun rays, from two bodies they will soon merge into one pivotal palace, and they will thereafter move to occupy the outside place of the bridge. Up in the air with mega enthusiasm.
This is the Prime Minister's TA Day parade, which happens once every year. And regiments from all over the TA units, all over India, participate, which includes the infantry TA, it includes the railway TA, it includes the eco TA, it includes the oil sector TA, all. So this time I myself also went, and I only did the video recording and a movie. The venue is Army Parade Ground at Delhi Kent. All the Army parades occur in this ground only. This is our railway tableau. We did a tableau. Our unit, our regiment. It is symbolizing the 1971 Bangladesh war, where we performed marvelously, and we only brought the prisoners of war from Bangladesh to India. So the model is of that only. This officer is from the mechanical. He is Lieutenant Colonel Rishi Lal. He is now senior DME, Ludhiana. My colleague.
Be smart and well.
एक संपूर्ण इन्फेंट्री बटालियन का
Chief of Army Staff, General Vikram Singh, Param Vijay Seva Medal, Uttam Yuddha Seva Medal, Ati Vijay Seva Medal, Sena Medal, Vishis Seva Medal, his victor has just arrived.
He happens to be our Chief of the Army Staff, General Vikram Singh. This is a general salute. The word of government is like this. Parade, general salute.
Salami.
This is the DDGTA and the chief of the army staff being escorted out. And the chief guest was Minister of State for Defense, Jitendra Kumar.
तो मुंह तो उधर करे
Minister of State for Defense.
ये तो बीच में खड़ा तो आ नहीं रहा
127 Infantry Battalion TF Ecological Garhwal Rifles.
एक उत्तम जीवन रक्षा मेडल से अलंकृत किया आज एक सलाम तिरंगे कपड़े का टुकड़ा नहीं है ये सारे भारत की आशाएं लिपटी है इसमें हम में से जिन्होंने गुलामी नहीं देखी स्वतंत्र सांसें दी है
Now the parade has started.
Virtually in a sea of green, looking truly majestic, perfect symmetry, black and white. The pajamas
And Chief of Army Staff Dr. Chita, the unit will participate in the battalion TF
This is the pipe band. Pipe band is a wonderful thing. When they play the pipes and trumpets and also parade at the same time in a graceful manner. This is our W, Railway TA. These are prisoners of war being brought.
समुद्री तट से ऑफशोर गल्फ में सागर के बीच भी सागर के भी जिसमें हेलीकॉप्टर का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है दिखाया जाता है आने वाली सैनिक का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण सबसे धनी पर
ऑडियंस में घुमा देती है
Hello? Now I have given a brief overview. I suppose you are now clear about the concept. So I think we will get plenty of volunteers when you get back to your own respective zones.
Whether you can resign,
Resignation on medical grounds you can.
otherwise no. Once you join, no.
Till the age of 54 years. Or if the ground is genuine, you can even. You can.
सर
There is no harm. Any questions now?
ज्वाइनिंग का प्रोसेस क्या रहेगा जैसे हम जून में हमारा पोस्टिंग होगा
हाँ.
तो सर हम लोग कहाँ अप्रोच करें और इसके क्या हम लोग को कोई रिटन एग्जाम या इंटरव्यू होगा
No, I told you no, the SDGM, you can contact SDGM. SDGM of your zones. Senior Deputy General Manager, हर जोन में होते हैं. So he is ex officio in charge of territorial army.
नोटिफिकेशन आता है ना, नोटिफिकेशन आता है।
और फॉरवर्ड हो जाएगा।
छोड़ तो सकते ही नहीं सर।
Apart from medical grounds, छोड़ सकते हैं if your ground is genuine. If your ground is genuine, you can. Like in our unit, 3 or 4 officers have resigned, and their resignation is accepted because now the concept has changed. Because it's no use keeping unwilling officers. Unwilling horse को रखने से कोई फायदा नहीं ना. Productivity गिर जाएगा. Pardon? Yeah. When you are posted, because you should be allocated a role. Otherwise, which unit will join? Who will decide?
Medical requirements.
Medical requirements is not that stringent. Glasses are allowed, definitely. Color blindness is not seen. Because officers say color blindness is not seen. What they see is knock knee देखते हैं, flat foot देखते हैं. These are the things like in army. Knock knee, flat foot रेलवे में उतना we don't see, उतना गौर से नहीं देखते. Eyesight with glass 6x6, okay.